What is up, guys? It's your boy Tebogo Masimola, and welcome to another episode of Raga Chat with Masimola. I thank you guys so much for keeping up with the content and always chatting to me. And so in today's episode, I am super excited. We're going to be talking about the Springboks, and obviously we know that there's Team Green and Team Gold, and these two teams are going to be going against each other this weekend to see who is the ultimate Bok. Can't wait. Enjoy. Alright, so guys, welcome back. So just to, when I look at these two teams, and obviously I'm going to start off by looking at Team Green. I look at Team Green and I'm really excited. Team Green has a lot of experience. It has a lot of youth as well. It is such a well-balanced team. I mean, when we talk about Team Green now, I'm going to look at the front three. For example, you have Orcs, you have Mbonambi, and then you have the Brain. It's going to be great to see how those three functions together. Obviously, Orcs, Mbonambi, those guys got a lot of experience. The Brain also here at the Cheetahs, he's also got a bit of experience working on his side. And then you check at the Locks. The Locks are still nice and young. They might not have that much experience, but they're good. When I look at your guys such as your 6, 7, and 8, you got Kolisi, then you have Bota, and then on the 8 you have Dwayne Vermeulen. I think this team is going to be absolutely rock solid. But by the way, this is my choice. I'm giving it to Team Green. I think they have a strong team. I think they're going to do absolutely amazing. It's going to be a bit tricky in the scrums with the forwards. I think that's what might give Team Gold a bit of an advantage. But other than that, I think Team Green has got a lot of advantages, just because of the experience and the youth that they have together in the team. When I check the backline, I am super excited. Now, there's 3 players that I'm excited about in that backline team. Obviously, number 1 has to be Sanele Nohamba. Number 2 has to be Elton Yankees. And then number 3 has to be Gianni Lombard. I think this team is going to do wonders. I can't wait to see them play. I look at the when you look at the center pairing, you got Steyn, you got Simelane. That's youth and experience. Steyn with the experience, and Simelane with the youth. I think it's going to be. They just have such a well balanced team, and I think that's what's going to give them an advantage in this game. And I can't wait to see what they can do. I think that it's a team that's been chosen, with an intention in mind. I think it's going to be fast. The connection between 9 and 10 has to be great. That's why I think it's going to be so fast. The game is going to be alive. It's going to be energetic. I can't wait for that game. For Team Green to step out on the park and see what they got. All right, so let's have a look at Team Gold. Looking at the Team Gold side, it does not have, I don't think it has the balance as yet quite of youth and experience such as Team Green, but it's also a good team. It's a very, very, very good team. I look at the front three. Obviously, they're going to be it's going to be a tight battle between them and obviously the likes of Orcs and those guys. So the front three, obviously, they have Skaran Tobeni, they have Steven Kitsoff, they have Dreyer. I think those guys are going to be really, really impactful, and they need to have such a good go forward, against these guys and try to do as much as they can. I look at Salman Murat, who's also in the team, very young, and he's done a lot in his time for the Stormers, and I think he's going to do really amazing. You look at Ori. I don't know about Ori. I think sometimes he can be a bit of a, he can lose his focus sometime in the game. But obviously, it comes with time, and I think he's going to do well in time. So yeah, that's for me, the players who I think are going to do well in terms of the forwards, and of course not forgetting Marco van Staden, who had an amazing game against the Sharks last weekend. So I think it's also going to be great to see him on the park as well. I look at the likes of Yankees, in the back line. I look at your Lucanio so your Kosan. I think this team is actually going to do very well. But I think just pound for pound against Team Green, I don't really think they have a chance. Well, not that they don't really have a chance. I think they have a chance, but they just a bit, that team is too strong. Team Green is just very strong, and but we'll see on the weekend. I think it's going to be a real tester for them. I think it's time for the players to show up, to show that, listen, I'm here, and just to give themselves the best opportunity. But I really think that Team Green is very solid. But like I said, the players that I mentioned, it's all gonna be about who raises their hands up, So yeah, looking forward to that game. I think those players who are going to be going against each other are going to do really well. And I think for more than anything, both sets of teams have players that need to prove a lot. They need to prove that they're worthy. They need to prove that they belong here. I look at Nohamba. He's obviously a 9, and look at Yankees. They're going to be going against each other. It's about who wants it more. You're going to be looking at Kitsov. You're going to be looking at Orks. It's going to be like, listen, who's here? Orks wants to get in there. Kitsov says, I'm staying. You look at the brain, you look at Dreyer. Those two guys are going to have to be like, listen, we want this. They're going to have to prove, you look at the hookers, they're going to have to prove. Mbonambi, Ntobeni, who wants it more? Who's going to start for the Stormers? Who's going to start for the Springboks? So it's very amazing, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a great game. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the show again. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It's been a pleasure, and enjoy the weekend, guys.